Yeah, I said it. We live. Yes, we live. We're gonna kick this thing off a little bit like this.
And yes, we here again. And did you miss me?
Did you miss
Hey, listen, we
me?
got some stuff to talk about. So let's go.
It's Bernie the Boxer, blocking the gossip, ready to lock and load. Letting the truth be told. So check out this episode, feeding you with the raw facts. So who be getting a jaw cracked if you ain't got the knowledge of the sweet signs? Fall back. Call it bluff, they quick to scream, pull up, fool. Have some goons in the old school, parked inside your living room. Dudes be faking the news for the sake of raising the views, changing narratives with propaganda. Stay tuned, let's talk boxing. No job, no gossip. You want the facts, get it first from Bernie the Boxer. The mother podcast trash, you'll never be hotter. Cause spreading rules, still in the news for power.
What you say? Because you lying to yourself. I'm saying?
You gotta eat, sleep, breathe this to understand. If you don't, then you ain't a genuine boxing fan. Get the news from the source, not these news popping off about who can be who doing what in the sport. Never felt the pain from the rain, brawls in the wars, but want accolades, even though what they report is false. Listen, dog, all your favorite fighters' belts coming off, and they coming home with us. Just agree to log on. Let's talk boxing. No job, no gossip. You want the facts? Get it first from Bernie the Boxer. The mother podcast trash. You'll never be hotter. Cause spreading rules, still in the news for power.
Yeah. It's Bernie the Boxer. What's going on in boxing?
You are now tuning in to the Bernie the Boxer podcast show.
I want to come talk to y'all about what's going on.
Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, did you miss me? Man, I want to give a super shout out to my boy Steve Penn for that beautiful intro song, man. Appreciate you, Steve, man. Hope you're tuning in, logging on, man. I see you, baby. Yeah, man. What we gonna do? We gonna talk boxing. It's Sunday, but man, the fights was on a Friday. I was throwed off. The fights was on a Friday, man. I swear, I kept thinking like the 23rd. Trip me out, man. Fights on Friday, like Friday night fights, man. But I was happy. It gave us something to do on Friday. You know, usually don't be nothing to do on Friday. We got to wait till Saturday. But I think we had a good time on Friday. And I don't know what happened with old girl. I still didn't watch. I didn't read boxing news. I don't know if Serrano won or not. But we'll talk about that too. But like I say, you know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Hey, man. So, okay, before I get to the, what I said, what I got the title of, whatever. Let's recap the fights about what happened this weekend, and it just made me say, it's when you ain't your best ain't never good enough to nobody, only yourself. Your best ain't never gonna be good enough to nobody but yourself, man. You better start pleasing yourself. You better understand who you are, and you better love yourself more than ever, because no matter what you do, somebody gonna not like it and they gonna hate on it, and you can't never make them all happy. That's what boss say. You can't make them all happy. You can't please them all. And I want to say that to say this, So we had Shakur last week. He just went Friday. Keyshawn went up. Shout out to the boys. Boy, they did look spectacular in my book. Shout out to Team Crawford, baby. Y'all did y'all thing. The kid was ready, in shape, power for days. He listened well. What else can I say? The A team was in the building. Shout out Coach Dirt, Coach Wiley. Y'all got the job done. Ray Diesel, you feel me? Got the kid in shape. Everything, went off without a hitch. We got all W's on Friday. But like I say, so to cap the Friday up, man, the boys looked good. But like I say, Shakur, man, he looked excellent to me. He went out there and he was throwing power shots the whole night. He was aggressive the whole night. And even caught the aggression he got, he even got the headbutt. He got the, had the headbutt in the middle of his forehead or whatever. And, so he was a little bruised up coming out of the fight, and he didn't have to do that. That was, of course, by accident. But, he was in a pitch out fight with that guy. And he said he was going to walk to that guy, and he kept his word, so I give him a super shout out for that. I read some comments about where they was too biased on the commentary, and they wasn't giving our boy his credit. And I could see that in some spots, because sometimes they did exchange shots, and that fella did land a good shot, but they didn't call it. But Shakur took the shot well. That guy, he took the shot well, and he landed his own shots. Coming forward, he did you know, he hit that boy with everything but the kitchen sink, and he been getting a lot of flack about about his punching power or whatever. But I think he hit hard enough. You know, that boy, he had that boy on Queer Street a couple times, and you know, with the right technique and the right, you know, little bit higher IQ in tune, you know, he would have knocked that boy out. You know, if I can give him any criticism, I would say that, you know, we just need to use the right hook to the body a little bit more. You know, I'm a believer of hook to the body, to the liver, whatever you want to call it. I'm a huge believer in that. So, like I say, when I'm looking at the fight and I can see him twitch over there, go on to the right and give it to him sometime. He did end up going over there a few times, but not enough, you know. And I think had he done that he would have stopped him. It seemed like everything I said, it came to fruition. The commentators come right after me when I said it. But like I said, you know, going after the guy with one shot at a time, you know, was definitely going to not get him out of there. You know, the guy was a veteran. He knew how to move. Like I say, he was a well-seasoned, you know, Olympic gold medalist pedigree. You know, even in the fight, you know, you could see, like I say, you know, he moved good. He moved good on Valdez. You knew, and he was, you could tell his body language. He wanted to win the fight. But Shakur beat it out of him. Just flat out beat it out of him. He didn't think Shakur hit as hard as he did. He didn't think Shakur was going to come after him like he did. He thought he was going to be able to, you know, stand and try to box him and pick his shots and maybe sneak in a couple shots. But like I say, the kid walked him down with power shots, and he beat the fight out of him. You know, he did whatever he wanted to do, and it still ain't good enough for everybody, you know. But, you know, what it is, he got the W. He lost the championships on the scale. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Coach Lee, Spencer Cherry. Spencer's a cherry pick cover. That doesn't have an opinion. TJ Hall. Oh, okay. Listen. So, like I said, you know, he lost the championships on the scale. Maybe he could have made it. Maybe he couldn't. But, you know, all the work is at 135. And, you know, probably, you know, I don't want to say he want to bully his way into that. But, you know, of course, you know, so that way is nothing to separate the two. You know, if he had 130, it's always they can say, well, he had 130. So I think he was just trying to eliminate that at the same time. Being undisputed 130 would have been great, which I think he definitely should have took his time. But, you know, the big names at 135, you know, so he wanted to be involved in those conversations. I think he's a big boy. He feels he's a superstar. And I feel like that would have put more in the conversation being that he's moving up in weight. So to get those championships away, you know, again, give the next guy a chance, you know. It was nothing. You know, he conquered that division. He was the Ring Magazine champion. We all know. Okay, so like I say, he on the pound-for-pound list. Nobody else in that division is on the pound-for-pound list. So, again, he's the man in that division, the lineal champion. What else to do there? Go on up and fight these top guys that's going to make huge fights. You understand? Devin Haney in the stable. Why not? You feel me? He always wants Lomachenko. Lomachenko's in the stable. So, he got the two guys outside of, you know, Tank, really, you know, to solidify his legacy. And to, you know, like have one leg up on Tank, or at least be equal in Tank, or at least have the option to have something to fight Tank in the super fight, which he already predicted. So I don't have no trouble with that. So like I say, you know, the kid looked it well. Shout out to everybody on the team over there. I thought he did good. It was an entertaining fight. And then you got to remember this too. You know, you watched the first Rocky. You know, I'm a nostalgic guy, and like he said, you know, when there was Apollo Creed was talking all that stuff on the television. Anyway, he leave Adrian's house and he says, you know how that I said on that stuff on TV didn't bother me. He said, well, it did. So at the same time, you know, the fighters hear everything. You know, they might not go head in over what you say, but they hear it. You know, so. Just like anything, you know, show and prove. You know, these guys, they got big egos. You know, that's why they in the ring. You know, they warriors. So, you know, if you know, he's macho. You know, men is macho. A real man is, you know, macho man. You know what I'm saying? It's just that testosterone is just go like that. So, folks said he can't hit. He gonna try to hit hard. Folks said he can't stand and fight. He gonna do that. You know what I mean? And within reason, though, that's what a guy would do within reason. And I think he picked the right guy to do that with. You know, and so, you know. Being a young stud like he is, you know, he needed to have his do what he wanted to do. You know, it was his hometown. You know, he wanted to show off a little bit, and he was in excellent shape. You know, I think that he showed excellent shape. He was on the front foot the whole time, He was throwing power shots the whole time. And, so that said a lot, in a 12-round fight. So he was in great shape. So I don't think we have to worry about that. And it's on to the next. Sky's the limit for the kid. And let him keep talking. Okay, who else I got? I got Ray Sanders. I got School of Skills. I got True Gritter. I got Main. And so what else is happening? Okay, let's get to the topic, man. Let's get to the title, man. I seen hold on, wait. We had the kid part of DB3 went up last night. Keyshawn Davis and Nicole Main. Excellent. I think what Bo said hit him right on the head. We ain't gonna hold this guy back. He's a blue chip player too, just like a Lomachenko was. So we're looking at the next year and a half. He'd be right up there with those guys too. But I thought he fought a hell of a fight last night. We can always get better. We can always improve. But you see he got that killer instinct in him. Definitely IQ. Distance. Man, he like I say, he running the same line as Shakur Stevenson. They running buddies, and they come up sharper than each other for a long time too. So you can see a lot of similarities in those guys, and his confidence is tremendous. Like they mentioned, his work rate is tremendous. The way he approaches this boxing life is tremendous. And he wears that. So the sky's the limit for the kids. Like I say, this is all you can do. All you can do is do the best you can. And to this point, he's proven his worth. So like I say, I want to give super shout out to DB3 as a whole. Keyshawn, you went up last night. Coach Bo, you did an excellent job. Saul, Red, man, y'all look good on that big screen, man. And another one bites the dust. Okay. So like I say, while we waiting on the biggest fight in the world to happen, everybody's feeling the time with a little bit of everything. I done heard so many different accounts of why the fight ain't happening in the midst of things. And I hate to say it, but no matter how they switch it, it's always Bud's fault. I don't care how they slice it and dice it. It's been Bud's fault. I've heard Bud call me from Jersey and say they said I got a bicep injury. That's why the fight ain't happening. Bud healthy as a they said that then I heard some other place that he hanging with this Irish gangster guy, Daniel somebody from Matchroom, not Matchroom, but MTK or something. And so they don't want to they don't want to make sure he ain't got no affiliates with them, because they don't want to do business with them. I forget the other one. But like I say, so the whole fight, reason why the fight ain't been happening in 5 years, they still making excuses, and they're making it his Bud's fault. No matter what this man do, it's still his fault somehow, some way. He involved in the fight. His fault. His bicep hurt. He's supposed to be involved with this guy. They don't want to do business with him. He was with Top Rank. That was supposed to be the biggest thing. You're on the wrong side of the street. The man ain't got no belt. The man ain't fought nobody. I swear, like I say, as the world been waiting, I got to be thinking about that. Now, as I was also thinking, I was just talking with my boy from neighborhood, and we was just talking about the fights and jumping to Charlo, and then Spence gonna eventually go up, and gonna have to see us some type of way. But hence my title. I didn't have nothing to say, and I didn't want to make up nothing phony or nothing. And I want to have something at least capture you guys' attention. But like the fella said up in the comments, I can't remember what he said, but like he said, how you gonna fight Charlo? That's right, Louisiana in the house. Appreciate you, baby. He said, how you gonna fight Charlo? And they with the same folks, and which begs my reason. Well, I was thinking, Charlo kind of got a lot of confidence in himself. He already lost one fight, and he not the blue chip guy like that they say Spence is, And I heard Spence beat on him anyway in when they get down. So but he got the championships. He got the undisputed championships, and with trying to be great, that's the next best thing, because that's what thing is, if they got new things in boxing right now, it's not necessarily about fighting the best. It's about padding your legacy, padding your accomplishments, however you can do that, and That's just what it is. So, hence, like I was thinking about a fella like Stephen Fulton. I like Steph Fulton. I got a lot of respect for Steph Fulton, but like he's not thinking about Aleem. Aleem, I think he's a stiff test for his championships. I think he's just a stiff all around number one contender for the championship period. If it was just one champion, I think he'd be the number one contender. Now, I didn't watch the other guy, got the other championships, Mojun or whoever he is, but and I think Stephen Fulton is the more notable champion. I think he the better, more rounded champion, and Aleem wants him. But Fulton saying no because he chasing bigger things. He sees Inayu, he sees big money in fighting Nayu, and he sees accomplishments in Mojun and probably an easier fight for him, in which he become undisputed. And with the Nayu, he get the money. So, again, it's about, these guys are sharper in their business. They sharper in their decision making, and they trying to do what's best for them, truly, no matter what the people think. And so that's what it is right now. So with that being said, however they hold Spence away from the kid, I don't know. But I don't understand what the whole is just like to me, it's just like a conspiracy. I done broken down so many times about what it is, and listen where we at now. He ain't been with Top Rank in 1 year. What's the hold up on the fight? I mean, like I say, nothing never come out about Spence except when it was tragic. He got in an accident, he got the eye hurt, and he wasn't even involved in the fight with us. You understand? But like I say, in the negotiation of the fight, none of this. Everything is okay over there, but over here it's a problem. Now, like I say, the man that took less, he didn't agree to that, whatever they said. So it's almost like they're playing a game, like we just want to play with him and see what he gonna do, And I hate to say it like that, but is it a conspiracy on this guy? Is they trying to age him out? Nobody's trying to step up and do nothing. I know they all do business and they swirl and they talk in their boardroom just like in school or wherever else you got. But like I say, because Virgil Ortiz ain't calling him out. Oscar De La Hoya ain't offering him. Boots, I swear everybody want to see the fight with Boots, but Boots ain't calling him out. Boots ain't trying to boost himself in the WBO. But I think they all with the same guy anyway. I think he's still with Al Haymon too, no matter what. And it should be a shame that guys at this accomplishment, Boots is an awful hell of a guy to go through. I mean, Boots a hell of a guy, young, ambitious, switch hitter, power puncher. I mean, he ain't no walk in the park for nobody. And nobody wants to get in the ring with him. Everybody's ducking him. He can't get no fights, So, like I say, that'll be it'll be a tough route, for either one of those guys not to get the super fight that they deserve, which is between each other. Now, what I'm saying is this. Where do we go from here? Like the fella said, if he with them, I mean, what's the hold up on the fight? And every time for however you split it, they making it Buzz fault. I don't know, man. Like I say, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's going on with the fight. I don't know. I keep hearing different things. I keep hearing that it's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. We getting closer and closer. And I'm trying to figure it out. I just don't know. I couldn't say. So like I say, but then again, we had the big fight this weekend, and the kid, shit, man, I favor him over everybody. But it was entertaining. It was entertaining. He did a 360. He did a 360, man. Shakur, he did a 360. He definitely won my approval. And I think, of course, he could have been a little bit more careful in the fight, but I liked his aggression, and like I like to see these guys mix it up, because somebody got to mix it up. We gotta take this thing back over as the fighters got to take it over. Somebody got to demand something, and I really think that's what the kid did. I think Shakur jumping up at that weight class, I think he really just said forget it, but. Me being an old veteran like I am, and a thinker of, like I say, not want to rush things, want to take your time, and I would have liked to see him get all those championships, just get that undisputed under his belt, and just keep making a name for himself, keep doing what he's doing, add to his legacy. Like I say, then he become undisputed. He gonna be the headliner against the WBA champ, which would have been a hell of a fight. That fella, that's a hell of a fight. 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 But he over there with them. And for some odd reason, they ain't getting along. Bob Arum and them, for whatever reason, they ain't getting along. And Shakur probably might be right along with him. They ain't going to, he probably already seen that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to, because Al Heyman tough too. Jay Prince tough too. They both two entities. I don't know. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. Just hit me right then. But I know that feeling good. And like I say, I think he'd have gave Shakur a good fight. I think he was viable for the fight. He beat what's the name? He beat Lil B-Hop. And shit, man, he been looking good. And he got the WBA version of the championship. And it'd have been a good for a guy, for Shakur to beat a guy like that. Not a lot of fights, but you can see the quality of the type of fighter that he is. He's a quality fighter, and to get that championship under and be the quality fighter just adds more lust to his resume. And like I say, but what can I, it's just like Shane. He didn't want to jump up to 35. He didn't want to stop at 40. He wanted to go straight to the Golden Boy, and that's what the kid doing. He going straight to Devin. He going straight to Lomachenko. He ain't waiting. Okay, I got MD in the house. Appreciate you. I got the Bostons, man. I got Have a 575. I got Rakeem Raz. I got TJ Hall. Shout out to my boy Big Fleet for coming through with the help me out at the auto store up there when I think I lost my keys in there, ripped my back seat out. Fella came over there and helped me. Give me the metal thing to get back there and get my keys out. Turned out I didn't lock them in the trunk. I had knocked them in the hood, and at any rate, but he stayed and helped me out, and I appreciate him. You understand? Like I say, that's why. Where would I be without the people, man? Appreciate you, family. Everybody tuned in. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share all that good stuff. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Okay, I got Pop a lot of shit, James. I got Greatest the Kush. Super Chop, what he say? What's up, Bernie? PBC pump faking with Bud. I promise you, I think so, family. I swear to God, like I say, man, it just seemed too funny with me. It just seemed too funny with me. And I wonder what they got going on with this guy, man. What they got going on with this guy, man. What they got going on with this guy, man. And it's almost like we was talking about how they blackball you. I don't know what, like I said, man, come on. Man, come on. Like trying to blackball my boy, man. Like trying to blackball my boy. And then I say this. Like I say, it been crickets from all Spence fans. I'm tired of saying it. And I don't know when I'm going to come on and do another video. I don't know. I might have to take a hiatus on this shit. Because like I say, the shit is getting dead. Ain't none of his fans come over there. I don't hear nothing on him. Like I say, it ain't him that's holding up the fight. They ain't even got a rumor to come up about that. They making up rumors on Bud. They ain't got a rumor about this man. He ain't came out and said, what's the hold up? He ain't reached out to nobody to say nothing. And none of his fans ain't reached out to him to push it on him to say why he ain't pressing the fight, why he ain't wondering what's the hold up, none of that. No accountability whatsoever. Whatsoever. Like I said, I'm reading these fellas in the media. In the way they write them articles, boy, they say slick shit in there the same. I don't know. Okay, let me see what he say. Mr. International said Shakur versus Tank gonna be like Bud versus Spence. Who you got on both them, Shakur and Bud? Well, of course, I think Bud Crawford gonna beat the daylights out of him. I would say Shakur gonna beat Tank. He gonna outbox him. I think. Tank can be outboxed. He let you get ahead of him. And I think a guy like Shakur, you can't let him get ahead of him. I think, like I say, he got the ego eye. He don't got to get hit if he don't want to get hit. But the dynamics of that, you just never know. Tank, might turn it up a level. He's in his prime. He's entering into his prime. And, like I say, one punch can turn the lights out. And, never know. So I think it'll be a hell of a fight. I think it's a royal fight. You understand? And I just want to see us do better. I just want to see us do better. I don't understand what's going on here. At the end of the day, this guy been in the entertainment business forever. They've been putting on fights forever. I don't understand what the fuck is the hold up. I swear to God, I do not know. The kid that took over, how much said I'm gonna take this shit. We already even know going up. I'm gonna take the last. What the hell is going on in the world? I swear to God, what is going on? You didn't make fights all your life. everybody that made all these fights been made. These guys ain't demanding no damn what you call that, no VADA testing and all this other stuff. Ain't nothing else going on. The people want to fight, but they still got yet to make the fight. Ain't nobody never came out and said they want 30 million for the fight. Ain't nobody never said that. Everybody been speculating it's gonna be this amount of fight, this, that amount of fight. But still, that don't matter. That's just speculation. Ain't nobody said that they demanding this type of money. Everybody, you got enough to pay the heavyweights, but you can't pay these two guys who is the face of boxing. The fight that everybody want, I don't understand. Like I say, what in the hell is the holdup? And like I say, it's a damn shame if you think, you know, if you think you're gonna if you're gonna, let me say, wait him out or something, or age him out or something. Like I say, you know, I just don't see that happening. You know what I mean? The kid is coming up on 35. He been, you know, having a good time. You know, them training camps are strenuous on you. You know, hitting the bag hard. You know, let your elements heal up. So I don't think that's the bet their best bet on that. You know, the kid don't drink, he don't party. You know, he keep it real light and everything like that. And we all getting older every day. You know, so but. You know, being that he's been training this hard since he was 12 years old. Listen, come on. Black don't crack. You understand? Come on, man. George Foreman was 45. Archie Moore was 38 to 48. What are we talking about? The man, B-Hop was doing motherfucking push-ups in the corner at 50. Stop it. Come on. He made 160 for a solid 10, 15 years, defended the middleweight championship 20 years, making 160 when he could have went up. Discipline. What? Come on now. What? And Bud is up that cloth. Come on. It can be done. It can be done. You understand? It can be done. So, you know, if they waiting to age this guy out, I don't know. But now, for me to just be talking, not saying nothing, this ain't Bud, this ain't nothing. I don't know, so don't quote me on none of this to say nothing. Just me. Man, I'll be ready to go to hell with them. I'll be ready to go to hell with them and fight whoever's available. You know, I'm the attraction. I'm the attraction, you know. So like I say, go out there and put on a show. You know, keep proving that you great. I know it ain't that easy, but if I was the kid, you know, I'll go over there and get that UK money. You know, we ain't been over there since Scotland. I'll go get that UK money, you know, hoping that this guy, he look good against Catterall, whatever you got to do to rematch, and go ahead and, man, come on. Fight this guy. I'll go on up there and do something like that. Definitely move around, you know. Get you somebody sharp and hill, you know. But like I say, if you got all the three guys that you want to see them fight and they owned by them, where you gonna go? I swear, is you know, I don't know. You know, what can you do? What can you do as a man? What can you do? But you see, every time it's always this man's fault. This is insane. This is insane. Did I call the man a martyr? Did I say he's gonna be a martyr? I swear, because it's just like they trying to assassinate my boy. It's just like they trying to assassinate my boy. I swear. I promise. I don't know, but I'm not trying to. I'm not but what do y'all see? I swear, like I say, the man got a bicep injury. The man, what he say? He hooked up with a gangster. He with Top Rank. He want $40 million. Man, come on, man. To make an old fight, come on. I just don't understand. Just because it involving Bud Crawford, you made him and Pacquiao like that. You made him and Ugas like that. Y'all even switched them up, got rid of the WBA, made them, took the belt, switched it back, did all that shit. Man, but you want to old fight old Crawford is like that. So, man, I don't know. What haters have opinion says, I'm a Stevenson fan, but I wasn't impressed with Stevenson's defense. He kept getting caught with the same punch over and over again. Can't have that type of defense at 135. Well, like I said, it wasn't for you to be impressed about his defense. He wasn't worried about his defense. That's the whole point. He wasn't worried about his defense. He was going there for the knockout. He was in there banging. He wanted to bang. He wanted to be entertaining for the fans. So in being aggressive, he got caught, you know, a couple shots. So he wasn't trying to be, like I said, you know that. So again, what I touched on this topic, like I say, he young, he's a stud. He went out there and did what he had to do. You know, whether you win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? If he'd got knocked out doing that, that's what he was doing. He wanted to prove his point. He wanted to let his nuts hang, and that's what he did. You feel me? So if the man wanted to pitch a shutout and been a stinker, he would have did that too. That's what he's trying to show you. I can do whatever. It don't matter what I do, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna win doing it. That's what he's a winner. You know, the man's a winner. The man is a winner. TJ Hall, what he say? Shakur should start off with Ryan Garcia, then move up and wait. I don't understand that. Mr. International says he hits hard. He has fragile hands. That's all, Bernie. He can't load too much to break his hands. Well, he was loading up, and he might have those fragile hands like Mayweather, but he hit hard enough. Ill Mind says 402 stand up. You know it. Northside, baby. JB says, so the Crawford Spence fight is not happening. I couldn't say. Flat Out TV says flat out. School of Skill says, Bernie, what's up? Appreciate you, family. Like I say, I couldn't tell y'all. I don't know. To all the folks, again, this shit don't make no sense. I done said it all. What can I say? What the man else got to do? It don't make no sense. Wellness check. What a Spence saw. Appreciate you. Coach Lee. You understand? Man, I swear to God. Come on now. Robinson has no luck. Got robbed versus Valdez. While Valdez was on Pez, they had to fight a heavy Stevenson that didn't make weight. Okay. Now, Stevenson, they both was Olympians at I don't know, at the same weight, 23 or something like that. They same weight in the amateurs. This guy was probably at 130 before Shakur. Shakur just grew. He barely made weight, only a 1 pound over. Everybody gonna gain a little weight on the next day. That boy was gonna gain weight. He was gonna be at 130. So listen, he did everything he could up to that point. How much was he? If he couldn't make 130, how much did he have to lose? You understand? So it ain't like he wasn't putting in the work. You know, so he was working himself too. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make the weight, but he was in top shape, and he was in training too. So, you know, the fella just didn't have it. Shakur said he was gonna do that right from the rip. So listen, you can't be a hater, man. The man say he box, he born. Then he go in there and fight, get hit a little bit, go up there, and now you got a problem. I mean, the man can't win. True Gritter says, boycott PBC. We shall overcome. Hey, I swear to God, we treat our own self bad. Tell me what in the world, why is this man not making this fight, which will be a royal event? Why is they not making this fight? I swear to God. They came up with all that money to pay Pacquiao and Mayweather's. But you can't pay these boys, ain't getting a fraction of that. Ain't getting a fraction of that. And they in the fight, they younger, closer to their prime, in their prime, really. All right. Undefeated. Yet we still have a problem. I don't know. You know, one thing you can say is you don't know. We don't know. We ain't in the back of the room. We don't know. Haters have opinions. Says Steven versus Pedraza will be a great fight at 35 first. Pedraza's at 140, man. Pedraza's at 40. Pedraza's at 40. Now, what are you gonna do in between that time? That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Who was gonna be his introduction fight at 135? I was wondering who was gonna be that, but I don't know. Like I say, it's gonna be somebody. Who gonna be the introduction fight? Don't know, but hopefully we're gonna get them big fights. We need a Crawford showdown. Come on, man! It's time to go to work. Main man says waiting on this Spence Crawford fight is so annoying. Don't we know it? Don't we know it? Like I say, you know, them folks filling in space doing whatever they can to make up anything. They say whatever just to make up the fight. Ray Sanders says, "What's good, Burn? Team Crawford in Dallas. Al and PBC scared to take the fight." Now listen, like I say, where else he gonna go? 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 Keith Thurman, that's gonna be a good fight, but it's a super letdown. I don't know. It's a super letdown. Super letdown. Ruthless, what you talking about? Ruthless says they said Bud can't use his legs like he did at 140. He don't want to use his legs. He don't want to use his legs. They're gonna say whatever they can say about him. The man is beautiful, sharp. I seen him super sharp. Use his legs. Get out of here, man. I'm trying to tell you that man ain't. All right, they gotta say something. But is it still getting him in the ring? Is it still getting him in the ring? No. I want to say that just kind of make me remind me this. If you ever watched Unforgiven, the cowboy movie, Clint Eastwood was a cold-blooded killer who had retired on the strength that his wife wanted him to not be a killer no more, and he changed his ways. Well, anyway, they came and got him out of retirement to make a few dollars. Him and the wife had died. Him and the kids, they was poor, and he needed a little money. Well, long story short, what's this fella's name? Gene Hackman was the sheriff who was just as tough, but he was the law enforcer. Like I say, Clint Eastwood was the gangster. Now, when they come to meet, when they find out they circling each other, it came down like this. She said they when they find out who the guy's coming in to save the day, which is Clint Eastwood, they tell him, well, he was something else. He killed a sheriff. He dynamited a rock, a mountain. He did this. I mean, a list of everything that you can think of. Bad man, terrible fella, you know. And they say, well, when they said all that to Little Bill, who's the law enforcer, the bad man himself, he said, well, that didn't scare Little Bill, did it? She said, no, sir. No, sir. She didn't give a damn about what you did. He can't wait to meet you. So like I said, you know, the man, he tore his bicep. That ain't good enough. They say he can't take a punch. That ain't good enough. They say he lighting ass. That ain't good enough. He took less money. That ain't good enough. He quit top rank. That ain't good enough. He get the championship. That ain't good enough. He knock out everybody. That ain't good enough. He beat this guy's best fighters. That ain't good enough. Worse. That ain't good enough. And then, like I say, when I was talking about this, like I say, Boots, hell, that's a hell of a fighting guy. But he don't ask for Bud Crawford. Every time they put a microphone in the face, they say, who you want? To say, well, I want Earl Spence because I'm ranked over there in IBF or something like that. So I'm going to take Earl Spence. I want Earl Spence. I want Earl Spence. They had him out. Well, I want Earl Spence. He don't want Bud Crawford. Now, I ain't going to say I think he's a hell of a match. I think he'll give Bud Crawford a hell of a fight. And it'd be a tremendous cap and you know, feather in our cap to beat the guy. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Then I was watching a script on Charlo. He said, how can you put Crawford with me when he ain't never fought at 54? Because he's a superstar. You silly mother. Because he's a superstar. That's why. He's a superstar boxer. That's what they do. He jump up and wait and fight the motherfucking champions right off the rip. That's why. Because he's a superstar. Talking about how can he do that? All them other rules, he don't got to go paying no dues and fighting this guy in this weight. Man, he going straight to the championship. What is we talking about over here? And you should be happy about that. Yet you was over there crying and complaining and whining and getting mad because they asking you about Crawford. You should be glad you weren't mentioned with greatness, punk. I don't know what's wrong with him. Okay, I'm going to get to a couple more questions, man. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Okay, Pete says Bud ain't getting a Charlo fight. Stop the cap. He can't get the Charlo fight. Don't nobody want to fight him. Shit. He says we in good hands with Keyshawn. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. Haters have an opinion. Good questions. He said, you think Devin Haney will wait for Stevenson or will he move up to 140 after Kambosos rematch? I think so. But I'm still not so certain like that. I seen an interview with Bud and I seen what he said, but I still don't think that even after the Lomachenko fight, he having trouble making 140. Maybe he might. I seen Devin though. He don't look that big to me, but I couldn't tell you. You know, I don't know, man. I think I really want to see those guys round robin. You know, I really want to see those guys round robin. I know they want to give Lomachenko a shot. I know they want to give him a shot at championship for sure. I know they want to give him a shot at the championship. Devin Haney got to go over there and fight this guy again because that was the agreement, just so he can get his shot at the championship. And I got to give him a super shout out to Devin Haney for doing that. You know, you got to do whatever you got to do. Like I say, he already got money. He already had cars. He already had jewels. He already had a lot of praise from everybody. He didn't did this. He didn't did that. He didn't been everywhere, but he didn't have them championships. He didn't have them championships. So he did what he had to do to get them championships, and I give him a super shout out. You know, he didn't have those championships. He didn't have no validity, true validity, and he stamped himself with that. So he had to do what he had to do. He made a Jack Johnson move. He did a Joe Gans move. Okay, now, so like I say, I couldn't tell you, you know, and then who's at 140? I mean, there's some good fights at 140, but ain't nobody banging at 140. You know, ain't nobody real. Teofimo, he ain't what he was. You know, I think he ain't. I don't think he's ever gonna reach that level that he fought when he beat Comey, and then he with Lomachenko. He'll never reach that high again. I don't think he'll never do that. But he's still viable, still young, and you know he still got a good punch and some boxing ability. So I think, you know, he still mix it up. You got Prograis up there, you know. So 140 is pretty good. But, you know, as far as the super fight, I don't see it. The super fights is at 135 and 147 at the moment, 122, 118, different things like that. You know, they don't want to give those guys no credit, but those were the super fights at. Okay. So I was going on, and I was talking about that. I had a little run-in with the boxing voice, and we was talking about different things such as Jake Paul and such as Devin Haney and different things like that. We was talking about Lomachenko, is he a star? And different things like that. Now, I want to, if you guys got a chance to catch that or whatever, I didn't get a chance to rewatch it or nothing or listen to it. But like I say, you know, boxing is an ethnic sport. And, you know, you put it anything, you got to put it where the market is at. And if they putting Lomachenko over there, and whereas, you know, that's where his people is at. He's from Ukraine. He ain't from the United States. He a white boy, but he ain't a white boy. You understand? So white people separate themselves too. That's why they say I'm German. He French. He this, he that. You understand? They still bicker between themselves until it come to, you understand? But at the same time, so, you know, they put those guys over there, and I think that's a great move by them. I sure enough definitely think Lomachenko was a star, but to be a star in boxing, to be a crossover star in boxing, they don't really promote positivity in that, no way. You know, it's more negativity anyway, you know, and so it's damn near do if you don't. It don't matter if you white or black, you understand? Tyson Fury is a hell of a guy, champion, heavyweight champion, carry yourself like a champion. Probably not with the drugs and everything, but with the change of lifestyle, even if they want to smooth it over, they would, but he ain't American. That's why. You understand? So to be a crossover star in boxing, it's really a very rare space, you know. But is Lomachenko a star in boxing? Yes. I think he do well when they put him over there. And, you know, what else can I say about that? We was arguing about the Jake Paul thing. We was talking about the Jake Paul situation. And boxing voice over there, whatever that fella's name is, he really loved those guys. He got a deep connection to him. Devin Haney, you can't say nothing about Devin Haney. You can't say nothing about that Jake Paul fella without him getting upset. And the thing that I want to say again, what separate this show is, you know what I'm saying? If I'm like Blue Blood, I'm gonna take something that he do because I learn from everybody. If I got 220 people, I need 220 likes and I need 220 shares. You, like I say, come on now. I'm doing it for the love. Y'all want to watch me? Or at least you can do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button for the kid. Okay, now, like I say, but a guy like that, this here, we just chopping it up, and for real, I'm gonna speak from my heart. This guy, they say stuff to push your buttons for ratings and stuff, and really, you don't need to do all that. But I guess you feel like you do, like I say, in this day of age, you know, with all the nonsense that's going on. And so we had a little spat going on about that. And I say, well, this guy brung up everything you could say to try to demean the guy and trying to get underneath my skin. And I can't think of them all at the moment. But one thing I was saying is, like, he tried to demean my boy Steven because Steven hasn't been fighting. He had an injury. You know his story. We missed weight in this last fight and what have you. So, they had the Rick Ross thing come out about $10 million for the fighter to get this guy, Jake Paul, to fight a guy, a real boxer guy, because he ain't fought no real boxer. He ain't fought an amateur champion yet. He been fighting all old guys who been fought already, and they ain't boxers. You understand? Now, I say, well, why is this guy so popular? I don't understand why they paid it. He's talking about because he sell confidence, but he ain't whooping nobody. So that's like false flagging and it's fake confidence, But anyway, we went on. So I said, well, why he didn't take up Steven? He taking on Anderson Silva, and I think Silva, he got good hands. Everybody think he decent with his hands, but if this guy want a real challenge, like I say, Anderson Silva a legend, and it might be. But hell, if this guy such a popular guy, he don't need nobody, no Anderson Silva to sell no fight. He gonna sell the fight himself. Now with this, like I say, with Steven, we try to demean Steven. For Steven took on a personnel position, something like that within the gym. But Steven stay sharp. Steven stay sharp in the gym. He stay sharp. He ain't fought in a while. But the man is 18-0. He was the NABO champion. And come on now, like I say, seasoned veteran. The man tried to get mad at me and talk about Steven because he got offered the championship in 2 weeks. He didn't even let me say why two times. He didn't even let me say why. But like I say, this is a guy who's been – they didn't look at him already, offered him the championship twice. This is his story. He's a United States champion, 3 different – in all the categories that you can be. The National Golden Glove champion, the PAL champion, and the United States champion. This guy been around boxing. He trains with Bud Crawford diligently, pushes Bud Crawford on a regular basis, 18-0, NABO champ. Come on now, that's a test. That's a test. Willing to fight you at a different weight that's not his weight class, that's a test. But you pick Anderson Silva. Okay, now listen, like I say, if you want to do it in business, that's okay. But like I said, come on, man. Like I say, business, nonsense. Steven, come on. Now that's a fight. That's a fight. Okay, so what he's selling. So anyway, all this nonsense and propaganda they put out. Man, I don't know. Like I say, but I got on them and I showed them who's boss. You understand? I showed them who boss. That's why when you tune in this show, you're going to get something real. You understand? You're going to get an objective thing. And like that, I told them folks, this is a Crawford channel. This is a Crawford channel. Like you say, you can't get nobody in the media that speak up for the kid. You can't get none of these YouTube guys that got something to say about him. Everything they got to say is something negative about him. So I made a channel about him. Then one more thing before I just, they say the fella Bernie, you need to get a more professional channel. Well, hell, I watched all them channels. Fanon got a fancy microphone. What he got better than me? Blue Blood sitting over there in the car. What the hell is that? The other guy, because he has some guys talking, blooping. Man, get out of here. Listen, if you want the truth, come on. Like I say, everything I got, you can't get a Joe Louis. Who got it? That's a one-of-a-kind Bud Crawford poster. That's Joe Louis versus Max Smith. All right. Now I'm just having a good time. All right, so anyway, you know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer, man. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share button, and all that good stuff. MDA, whatever it is. Kenny Porter said Bud too small for Spence and Charlo. But he wasn't too small for Sean Porter. We beat the daylights out of him. Charlo fights for PBC. I don't see the fight being any easier to make. You said it. Like I said. Now, all of the track, I didn't say it too much, but I'm going to say it one more time. What else do the man got to do? If y'all still don't understand that this guy is the wonder dog, this is the champion of the people. This is the people's champion, not the one that's loved. That is of the people. You understand? The common folk, not the high society people. You understand? We don't walk amongst, come on. He said, what Bud? Then the man said, say, what Bud do? Put up a couple bouncy houses. Boy, I tell you, they'll say anything. Ray said, all right. Said Spence will stay at 147 until Bud retire if he go to 154 and get the belts first. I'm liking to think that. I'm liking to think that. But again, like I say, I don't want to put it too much on this guy. I just saying that just for kicks. I think Earl Spence is a competitor, and I think he want the fight. Think he want to prove it as much as to himself, as everything else. But I don't know what them folks is trying to do. I don't know what they doing with Bud. I don't know, and they getting false. They figure they trying to get information on him. Is having trouble at home? Is this person sick? Is something else going on? Trying to figure. I don't know what they're trying to intel. They're trying to do on the boy. I don't know. I couldn't say. I don't know, but it seemed funny. Infamous says, why wouldn't Crawford want the Spence fight? He been waiting for the fight for years, but Earl wanted to take the easy road. When they say stuff like that, I don't want to put the kid in a box. See, we didn't made it about Earl Spence because they made it about Earl Spence. Bud just want to be the best. You understand? That's the whole thing that we're talking about here. Bud just want to be the best. So it wouldn't matter whoever it was. We was looking at Keith Thurman first. So it's for whatever reason that, this guy, they protecting him really well. They protecting him really well. And but it's almost like you're spoiling him too much because you're doing him no good, because he can't go no higher if he don't beat Bud. He can whoop Charlo and it still ain't gonna mean nothing because he can't be undisputed. We already been undisputed, mind you. We already done that. We already had 2 Ring Magazine championships. We already done that. All right. So like I say, he can't. It's still, no matter where the man go till he's 90 years old. But like I say, I want to take this. Like, you just can't blame Bud. And I hope Bud have enough. I hope Bud have enough, inside of him to understand there was nothing that he could do. He did everything in his power to do what he could do, and I hope he can find peace in that. You understand? It's always going to be a knock. It's always going to be a shadow over that, and why we couldn't get this fight. And right now, we it don't seem like we have nobody in to do that. Maybe Boots being again he's a young power puncher, switch hitter, all that good stuff. Maybe, but other than that, we ain't got nobody. We already know Charlo can be outboxed. So his enigma, and he wasn't that guy. We didn't push him like that, but he's overachieved, Okay, anyway. All right, I'm done talking about that. What else is new in boxing? And then hold on. Them boxing voice people they so disrespectful and so trash. Oh my mama, they so trash. Then he tried to disrespect Beltran. They try to disrespect Beltran. They disrespect Shakur. They disrespect every Manuel Navarrete about the fight. Man, they disrespect them all about some dumbass shit. I swear to God, talking about who he fought early and who they fought early. I said, but what did they go on to become? Yeah, they all fought people that you don't know of. Maybe the guy did retire after he fought him and lost. He didn't go nowhere. But what did they do? What is Jake Paul going to do going forward? You think he's going to be world champion? Maybe if they maneuver him right, but I doubt it. Joe Smith learned on the job. Joe Smith was at least an amateur boxer. This guy that's a foolish mistake. That's a weak ass shit. They trying to get his, and then they try to get this man credit because he went straight to the pro. He ain't fighting nobody's though. He is practicing for a long time. He did do a little practicing in the gym, sparring with those guys with they was pros or whatever, or been season fight. But he had no fight. That's in the gym. Then the guys he fight, like I say, they old washed up guys that he fought. Okay, these guys was prospects built on their way up and like they become world champions. So is this guy gonna be world champion? I doubt it. Like I said, Jake Paul, they say he's selling confidence. Okay, he white. Because I asked you this. What do Jake Paul do that's good? That's what I want to know. What do he do that's good? He sell confidence. That's his personality. So that's why because he sell confidence and he ain't whooping nobody. The confidence on what? Who he whooping? Where the confidence come from? How can you even think you can gain confidence as me as a spectator? All right. Again, people want to see people just get their ass whooped. So then they said about Tank. All right, you right. That's why Tank. But could Tank fight? Ask me this. Listen, y'all get in right now. Would y'all accept Tank fighting Rolly again? Tell me right now. I need y'all to flood me. Call my phone. 402-686-6529. Can Tank fight Rolly again? Would you buy a Tank versus Rolly fight? I want to talk about it. I got 6 more minutes. We're going to talk about that before we get up out of here. I told him hell no. I said, now Tank can fight a different guy, but he can't fight Rolly again. He can't fight Rolly. Actually, his time going to be running up. If he don't fight a champion or somebody like that, his time, that shit going to wear out. Ain't nobody going to pay for Tank. Keep fighting nobodies. Keep fighting nobodies. Ain't nobody going to keep doing that. Like I said, no, he going to have to do something. But right now, he got the game on lock. He knock people out. Now, what I say like this. What do Jake Paul do? I appreciate the philanthropy that he doing. Giving no girl the money, taking checks out, but what? Come on. Y'all rather pay for nonsense. Rick Ross would rather pay a Anderson Silva. They didn't really want a challenge. You didn't want a really a motivated guy. No, I ain't gonna say Anderson Silva ain't motivated, but like I said, you didn't really want a challenge. At least this guy held a professional championship. Anderson Silva was a mixed martial art. That don't got nothing to do with boxing. This man want to be a boxer. This man is not a mixed martial artist. At least Stephen held a professional championship. And they try to argue me down like that. I said, you Wendy Williams motherfuckers, them Wendy Williams, them motherfucking Jerry Springer motherfuckers over there. Boy, I tell you. Okay. All right. So what else I got going on? I ain't got nothing else going on, man. It's been a happy Sunday, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. I got Davis Jackson. I got Merv Johnson. I got Rakeem Rice. I got Cool Breeze. Come on. What else we had? In other news, we got Triple G going to fight, what's the fella's name? Lara. I think that's a good fight. They both passed it. I see a unification match, but can't nobody beat Janet Beck. Janet Beck in a good position to get them legendary names underneath and be undisputed middleweight champion. Legendary Box says he can't skip EJ and go fight Charlo. That's not, again, right, because he with them same folks. They says Savage Science, does it have to do with Kinani? That's what I said. I ain't never heard that in my life. I've never heard that in my life. And that just came up all of a sudden. Now, listen, why wouldn't that come up beforehand? That ain't came up never. They said, well, he ain't with Top Rank, but he with this guy. They didn't say that. Now, all of a sudden, he with this guy. Come on, man. I don't know. Dwayne Kane says, salute, brother. Bernie Crawford is going to run into the same problem against Charlo. He's with PBC. Like I say, I just giving up for kicks. I didn't have nothing to say. I just want, if I don't have nothing enticing to say, nobody want to talk. Go ahead. You reached the Bernie the Boxer show.
I talked to you a couple weeks ago. No, Tank cannot fight Rolly again. I don't want to see that. Tank, we've already been through how many, he's just, enough's enough for him to finally prove himself to actually be the champion. You know what I mean? That's what we should be waiting for. But what I wanted to tell you personally, brother, is all this nonsense that's going on, don't let them kill your spirit.
Yes, sir.
You keep coming on here and you keep doing what you're supposed to do and you keep doing what you love, which is talking boxing.
Yes, sir.
Excuse my language, but forget the nonsense that's going on.
Yes, sir.
With these politics and all this stuff that's going on with these people and these fans that don't want to open their eyes and see the truth.
Yes, sir.
Andre Ward said this quote a long time ago: "A lie flies around the earth faster than the truth can. The truth has legs.
Yeah.
And when the truth finally gets to where it's supposed to be, it's gonna stand tall."
Yes, sir.
So just keep maintaining.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing what you're supposed to do, and keep keeping your head up and running and doing what's supposed to be important. Don't let these folks stop your shine, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Stay up, keep moving forward, and I'll get up with you, man. Have a good night and have a blessed week. And y'all all keep maintaining, everybody in the chat. Don't let none of this stuff stop your motion.
Yes,
the
sir.
only thing I do got to say is,
go ahead.
If they really wanted the fight to succeed, they wouldn't have fans out here hesitating to book their flights, pay for any hotel rooms without anything guaranteed. Boxing done been too fishy and wishy-washy for way too long for any of us to be spending our money without having anything set in stone. And if anybody does that, they need a reality check because it ain't worth it. Don't let these fools tell you something's about to happen and then pull the curtain behind your face. Don't let it happen. Be patient before you put any money to any of these people's pockets.
Yes, sir.
Selfish and stingy with yourself.
Yes,
but
sir.
anyway, Bernie, that's all I got, man. I know you're getting up out of here. I just had to call and tell you that, man.
Man, I appreciate you, family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Like I say, appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Ficiana, what's good, mama? Okay, like I said, we can't say, but all you got to do is, you got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. But if I could say one more thing, like I say, man, I'll be looking to get it in. But I'll be looking to fight somebody else, trying to stay busy. I was watching Andre Berto, and he was saying, a lot of these guys, all they know is boxing. All they did was train their whole life. So what they going to do when they get done with boxing? So it leaves a different void on you. And even if for me, I realized that boxing was something for me to keep my life in order. So, like I say, so the kid been running around. He got plenty of money, spending a lot of time fishing, hanging out with the family, doing everything. We about to celebrate the kid's birthday. He's going to be 35 in a couple of days. And like I say, after that, we're going to be ready to fight. What else is for a man to do but go to work? Come on, after we done played around, had a good time, it's time to go to work. Come on, man. That's what make it good. You got to work. Then you can play. You feel me? Come on. All right. So what it is, man. I'm going to get up out of here, man. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. And I'm gone. I said I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.